Hi, I'm Megan, and I run a really tiny pop-up bakery at Cornell. This is a look at how I prep orders for a sale. Today, I made two types of cookies, Earl Grey white chocolate shortbread and matcha crinkle cookies. After heading home from classes, I started off by prepping the dough for the Earl Grey shortbread. I left all the butter and eggs I needed at room temperature before heading off to class this morning so it would be ready to use. I whipped up my shortbread dough by first whipping butter and powdered sugar. Then I added my flour, salt, and tea leaves after the dough came together. And then I refrigerated it for a bit. During this time, I did a bit of cleaning and I also made my lunch. When the dough was stiffer, I shaped them into rectangular prism log thingies. Then I let these sit in the fridge until I was ready to bake them. I started on my next dough after that, the matcha cookie dough. I started off by combining my wet ingredients followed by my dry ingredients. The dough for these cookies are pretty molten and liquidy, so I refrigerate these for about 2 hours. In the meantime, I cleaned up a bit again and I also ate lunch. Then I checked the time, twiddled my thumbs for a bit, did some work, and when the 2 hours were up, I could finally shape my dough. I did my best to measure the same amount of dough for each cookie, and once these are shaped, I just refrigerate or freeze them until I'm ready to bake them. I spent the rest of the afternoon and early evening on campus, but once I got back, I prepped my matcha cookies for baking by rolling the dough in powdered sugar. Then off to the oven they went. While I was baking the matcha cookies, I started coating my Earl Grey shortbreads with some melted white chocolate. Oh, looks like the matcha cookies are done. Anyway, once the shortbreads are coated, I just let them sit in the fridge for a bit. Now all the cookies are done. Once the shortbreads were set and the matcha cookies cooled, I packaged the orders. If I get pre-orders, I make sure to package those first. Then, for the extras, I sell them at the pop-up. And of course, I set some aside for myself. But after a long day, I cleaned up, edited some videos, and went to sleep.